I don't recall. Those three words have been Marjorie Taylor Greene's line of defense after CNN obtained a text showing the Georgia Congresswoman texted then White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows about martial law just days before President Biden's inauguration. The text message she can't seem to remember is pretty memorable. We'll put it up on screen for you. Quote, "In our private chat with only members, several are saying the only way to save our republic is for Trump to call for martial law. I don't know on those things. I just wanted to tell him. They stole this election. We all know. They will destroy our country next. Please tell him to declassify as much as possible so we can go after Biden and anyone else." And I tried to go up to Marjorie Taylor Greene and ask her for some answers about all of this. And as you're about to see, the same text message that she says she could not remember, she also vigorously defended. Let's watch.
Hey, Congressman, can we ask you about the martial law text? You don't recall? And you also, I guess you also said you didn't recall calling Nancy Pelosi a traitor. Is that right?
You know, Jim, the problem...
You don't seem to recall a whole lot.
Well,
What's going on there?
You know, Jim, you have a show, and in all fairness, you try to present this image of me to your viewers, and it's just really not correct.
Well, we're just trying to get some answers. Did you send a text asking for the president to declare martial law? Did you do that?
You know, I don't recall those being my text messages, but have you read the text message that you're referring to?
I did,
because
yeah.
it actually says if you...
It was misspelled, but it seemed to say that you were calling for martial law.
If you read it correctly, Jim, your problem is you're lying again right now. It says, I do not know on those things. That's what that text message actually says. No, why don't you be honest?
Why even bring it up?
No, why don't you be honest?
Why even bring up martial law?
No, you know, your problem is you're just another one of those liars on television. And people hate it. They can't stand the liars on television.
I'm not the one saying I don't recall, I don't recall, I don't recall.
Quote the supposed text message. Quote it. What does it say? I don't know on those things.
Yeah, read it. Let's
read it out loud.
Let's read it. Okay,
why don't you be honest for once?
Let's take a look.
Read it out loud.
Let's take a look. I mean, my question is
no, read it out loud.
Even...
What does it actually say?
Okay.
What is the text message? Read the whole thing.
Let's look at it. Okay.
Yeah, let's read it.
But you're saying you don't recall it.
I don't know if that's my text message or not, but if you want to talk about a text message, read the text message. Do something real.
Let's take a look.
Okay, read the exact text message that you're talking about.
I'll read it. I'll read it. Let's take a look here.
Oh, we got an article. Why don't you find the actual text message?
Let's see. Hey, let's hang on a second. In our private chat with only members, several are saying the only way to save our republic is for Trump to call for martial law. Marshall was not spelled.
No, keep going with the text message.
I don't know on those things. I just wanted you to tell him.
I don't know on those things. Is that what that says? It says I don't know on those things.
But why?
Wait, hold on, stop. This text message that's supposedly mine, I don't know if it is. What does it say? It says some members, and then it says, wait, hold on. It says, I don't know. Wait, I don't know if that's my text. It says, I don't know on those things. Why don't you tell that story? No.
You're saying you don't know if it's your text, but you're being awfully defensive about it.
You know why people do not like you?
Why are you being so defensive?
Because you're a liar. Why do you want to lie on television for your viewers?
I'm not trying to lie.
No, you're trying to
ask you.
No, you're accusing me of something, and then when you read the actual words, it tells another story. It tells the truth.
Right, but you're being awfully defensive about a text that you say you didn't
you know what?
recall.
When you want to be honest and you actually want to talk about me as a real person and present me fairly, then I'll talk to you. But until then, I don't want to have anything to do with you.
Let me ask you this.
No, I don't want.
If you're subpoenaed to testify by the January 6th committee, if you're subpoenaed to testify by the January 6th committee,
stop harassing me.
I know, but if you are, will you comply with that subpoena? Will you testify?
Stop harassing me.
I'm just trying to ask you some questions.
You're not. I didn't give you permission to. Leave me alone.
Now, for the record, we're on a public sidewalk and had every right to interview a congresswoman or congressman, whoever came along. That's our right as journalists. But joining me now is CNN senior legal analyst and former assistant U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York, Ellie Honig. Ellie, before we get into her denials, can you first explain what martial law is? And of course, we're talking about martial, M-A-R-T-I-A-L, not M-A-R-S-H-A-L-L. You know, and the other thing, you know, she was very caught up in, I don't know on those things. You heard that repeatedly in the video. I mean, she does go on to say in the text, we didn't get a chance to read it because she was screaming at us, I just wanted you to tell him.
Yeah.
She still wanted the president to be told about this conversation about martial law.
So starting with martial law, I prepared a couple of demonstrative exhibits, which I think will help to make the point. Now, this is how Marjorie Taylor Greene spelled it. And by the way, I'm not doing this to be the spelling police. The words matter and they're important. Now, this is what she meant, martial, M-A-R-T-I-A-L.
Right.
And what this means is warlike, military, right? It's happened only very few times in our history, but it essentially means when you throw out the laws and the military takes over the government. It's one of the most serious, drastic, dangerous things that we can do as a constitutional democracy. We cease to be a constitutional democracy if we impose M-A-R-T-I-A-L, martial law. That's a very serious thing. Now, think about it. If you had proposed, even floated the idea to the chief of staff of the president, we ought to think about martial law, you would either know that or you would know for sure you had not. I don't recall is completely implausible. There's no human way that any person of sentient mind would have sent a text like this and would not recall it. And, as you noted, her sort of full-throated defense of the text by saying, well, she says, I don't know about these things. She floats it.
What do you make of that word? I don't know on these things. You know, it's sort of like I heard that they're going to rob a bank down the street. I don't know on these things.
Yeah.
But, you know, they're going. My friends are talking about robbing a bank. You know.
Right.
Does that exactly get you out of some legal hot water here? If
No.
you're talking about martial law in a text with the White House chief of staff.
Dear Chief of Staff, I'd like you to discuss the possibility of martial law with the president. Look, I don't know about these things, but please.
Right.
It doesn't really change anything. It's not much of a disclaimer.
Let me ask you about Rudy Giuliani. We got the news this week that Giuliani, who was a central figure in this push to overturn the election results, is going to appear next month before the House Select Committee on January 6th. Do you expect them to get anything out of this appearance? I mean, is this going to be, I don't recall, I don't remember, attorney-client privilege? I mean, they seem to have a menu of ways not to respond to these very important questions.
Yeah, count me deeply skeptical of the committee getting anything of use from Rudy Giuliani. I mean, most fundamentally, the things you need from a real cooperating witness are truthfulness and acceptance of responsibility. I am not willing to bet on Rudy Giuliani exhibiting either of those things given his conduct over the last several years. So I think what they'll see is a mishmash of perhaps Fifth Amendment, he has a Fifth Amendment right, perhaps specious claims of attorney-client privilege, perhaps lies. I guess the only hope is maybe because he's Rudy, he'll just sort of blurt it out. He doesn't care, and maybe you can get some nugget of truth out of that, but I wouldn't hold my breath waiting for Rudy to be the star witness here.
And getting back to Marjorie Taylor Greene, at the very end of that piece of video we showed everybody, I was asking her, would you comply with the subpoena if you are in fact subpoenaed? We know that the committee has been reluctant to subpoena members of Congress to talk about all of this, and you have some strong feelings about this. Does somebody like Marjorie Taylor Greene need to be subpoenaed?
So the shame of it is Marjorie Taylor Greene can feel 100% confident sort of blowing that off because she knows full well she's not going to be subpoenaed. Now, the committee has said, well, it's still on the table. We're still considering it. They've been saying that for months. Look, here we are, almost May. The time has passed. They clearly have made a decision to go easy on their colleagues, whether it's Marjorie Taylor Greene, Kevin McCarthy, Jim Jordan, Scott Perry, on down the line.
But how shocking is that, Ellie, when you see some of the filings that have come from the January 6th committee and you see conversations going back and forth between members of Congress? A woman named Cassidy Hutchinson was testifying to this, a former aide to Mark Meadows, that there were members of Congress talking about all of these different options for overturning the election results. What they have to say is extremely important.
100%. It is a political compromise by the committee, and it is costing us getting towards the truth. I mean, let's be straightforward about it. There's no reason these people shouldn't be given a subpoena. And by the way, a subpoena is not a punitive thing. A subpoena is you are ordered to come in and testify. Maybe you're just a witness, but we need your testimony, Kevin McCarthy, Scott Perry, to get the full truth here. The committee has made this political decision. We're going to go easy on our own. Even Republican, Democrat, this idea of Congress going easy on its own crosses party lines.
Right. And the committee is now saying public hearings in June. What are you going to be watching for?
Yeah, so look, I think we're all well familiar with the attack itself. There's ample video footage. We've heard compelling testimony from Michael Fanone and the other officers. That's important. They need to focus on that again. But let's really get inside the decision-making walls here. Let's get as close as we can inside the White House. Who is behind this effort? And I want to see focus before January 6th. The effort, the fake electors, the fraud that went on with state legislators, that's a really important part of the story, too.
All right, Ellie, thank you very much. And in case anybody's wondering, the sunglasses were in case we saw any space lasers being used out there.
Protective equipment.
Protective equipment. You have to be prepared.